for me? I already got it recording, but just kind of make sure. It's like, oh,
What's up, brother?
let's see.
That's like, bro. Sir. Always good.
Okay, go.
Come this way, or we're good?
Yeah,
it's
you're
already
good.
recorded.
You're
Okay.
good.
All right, cool.
I'm not going to touch it.
3, 2, cool. 3, 2. Steven Cordeño, KOR The Sports are here with the one and only South Central Zone, Diego Pacheco. Man, it was good up there. I felt like very respectful, but very like, you know, we've all put in the work. We're going to see what happens. What was kind of the energy you were feeling up there?
Yeah, for sure, man. Just two hungry fighters, ready to go, ready to put on a great fight for the fans, and yeah, that's what it's about, man. None of that talking stuff matters anymore. It's about what we do and get in that ring, and I'm ready to go Saturday night, ready to put on another great show and another step forward to getting closer to those world titles.
Steve Nelson is kind of one of those guys that you could maybe avoid, right? You could maybe kind of look at other guys or whatever, but, he is undefeated. He's a little bit older, but he's still, he's comes from the camp, obviously, right? The Crawford camp and all that. Like, why Steve Nelson at this point?
We were trying to make some bigger fights before that. Christian and Billy was one of the fights that was close to being made, but, his team didn't come through with making the fight. And we're just looking at other opponents. Eddie Hearn brought a few guys up. And then I was the one that brought up Steven Nelson because before my last fight, he was commenting on a lot of my posts, talking about he wanted the opportunity. And I replied to his comment. I was like, you could get it. And we're looking for an opponent. I brought up Steven Nelson, and we made it happen. Now we're here. We put the work in, and now it's time to go Saturday night.
Man, I can't wait. It's one of those fights that fight fans are definitely excited about. You said that obviously it's on the road to titles. How far away are you think you are from that? From, like, I don't know, is it like maybe, are you going to have to go through our organization to kind of enforce the mandatory, or what's going to have to be the steps to get there?
So that's what we're trying to do for, like I said, for this fight. I think it was the IBF who was trying to make a fight with me and then Billy a final eliminator for the world title. And I had a meeting with my team, with my dad and everyone around, and everyone said it's time. I feel like I'm ready. They feel like I'm ready, and we feel like those world title fights are already here. What I'm saying? It's just, it's a matter of getting the opportunity. We didn't get it this time around for this date, so this is why we went with Steven Nelson, a great fighter, undefeated fighter. And we're just ready to go, man. Like I said, if it was up to me, I would have made that final eliminator happen, and then we would have seen what happened from there.
I know you're here, obviously Jose Benavidez in camp with David. Just what's that been like, kind of both of you guys preparing for, big fights, maybe some of the bigger fights of your career kind of at this level? Just, I know you spar with David. Just what are the sparring sessions like at this point?
Great work, man. David's to me, one of the best fighters in the world, and I think he will show that the week after my fight with David Morrell. I'm grateful, to be able to be in the gym every day with champions like David Benavidez, even Jose Benavidez Jr., Omar Salcido, another great fighter. And for this camp, I was sparring a lot with Carlos Adames, who's a hell of a fighter. I've been giving him great rounds, great work, so I just feel like I'm more than ready for this fight, man. All the training, all the miles, all the early mornings, late nights of hard work, man, are going to pay off this Saturday. And I'm going to put on another great statement win from all my fans and all my people.
Talk about, you mentioned in the press conference, you remember your dad and mom like looking at you when you were a kid and kind of telling your family like, oh, he's going to be our champ, he's going to be the one headlining in Vegas and LA, and now you're here, man. What's that feeling like, getting to see your parents' eyes and kind of seeing them, the manifestation come to life?
Yeah, my parents are my world, man. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't know where I'd be, just from my dad every day after work, just eating some and getting ready to go to the gym with me every single day after work. That speaks volumes to me. At the time, I didn't know how much it meant, but now looking back, I'm a father myself now. So I just know, like, my dad didn't have to do that. After work, he works a hard job, from 6 a.m. to what was it, like 3 p.m., So for him to come home, eat something and just get ready to go to the gym with me, he didn't have to do that, So I love my dad so much for that. And apart from taking me to the gym every day, paying for the gym memberships for the coaches, paying for my national tournaments, flying, hotels, all that stuff, it costs a lot of money. So, I just owe it all to my parents. They put me in a position to win, and really, man, they engraved it in me to be a winner because of the sacrifices they've made, and and I just owe it all to them, man. And to see them here enjoying Vegas and enjoying seeing their son on the stage, man, it's a great feeling for me.
That's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful, and best of luck. I'm sure, they're extremely proud of you, because you didn't waste it, right? You put in the time and you took advantage, and here you are, brother.
Yes, sir, man. And I'm gonna keep going, brother. I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. I'm gonna keep going till I get to those world title fights because that's what they deserve.
All right, for sure, 100%. Obviously, Canelo's the guy. It sounds like he might be facing Crawford in September, which kind of puts a little bit of a weight on some of the belts. I mean, what are your thoughts on that whole thing?
I think that's a great fight. Terrence Crawford, a hell of a fighter. Hall of Famer for sure. Canelo, another Hall of Famer. I see Turkey, the guy down there. He's making these fights happen for the big money. So I can't do nothing but respect their grind. They put the work in, and now they're here making those big fights. I'm patient, bro. I wait my turn. Ain't no rush. But I'm definitely looking for all the top guys in the division. I'm not taking those easy fights. I'm ready to keep learning and keep growing. That's what it's about. And eventually I'll get to those fights.
Definitely. I mean, Chris and Billy be a good one too. Man, Diego, it's a pleasure, brother. It's been a pleasure covering you. Your career, the time that I have, man. Thank you for your time.
I was a little teenager, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Good seeing you, man. Best of luck. Thank you, bro.